Welcome to the Investor Impact Power Talks with Vinney Chopra, where investors gather to share their insights and strategies in the world of multifamily, real estate, and beyond. Get ready to be inspired and equipped for your next level of success.
All right, welcome everybody. It's so good to have you tonight, Wednesday night, 4 p.m. Pacific. And thank you, Dave. Thank you so much for holding the fort while I was gone to Italy. And thank you again. The time difference is so much over there. I just could not join. That was like way early in the morning, 1 a.m. over there. I was sleeping, snoring. But no, thank you. Thank you so much. And please do keep the video on so that we can, keep everybody talking. I think it's more personable and so forth. So I'd like to share the screen and we'll go right into that little, there we go. Anish is coming in. That's a new one too. Anish and I talk. Roger King, he's my partner actually. He moved to San Juan, Puerto Rico. He paid for the academy, but never joined. And so Roger is coming in also from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Good to have you. Roger, how are you, brother?
Hola, I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm doing great. Oh, look at this here. Vinny's all over the place over here. I'll just show this PowerPoint quickly. There we go. There we are. We got to take care of this. Welcome again. Hope you're excited. Welcome to Weekly Inner Circle Mastermind, presented by myself and Dave Malvini. Again, Dave, thank you so much for holding the fort and teaching people while I was gone. I appreciate that a whole lot. I really enjoy that. Thank you so much. And then the second thing is, again, disclaimer by me and Dave Malvini that, welcome to our group mentorings inner circle. It's on multifamily, commercial, hotels, senior living, storage units, you name it, syndications, all kind of things. And now lately we've been talking about residential assisted living, one house, which is able to make almost like $7,000 per room. And I'm so fired up because I had meetings in Wisconsin with some people there. Dave, you might be interested in that, brother. Ella might be joining. Ella is coming and Pramod is here. I've invited Pramod.
Hey.
So you're going
Hi, Vinny. How are you?
About Pramod in a second also. So hopefully this is going to be a very good session. Again, this webinar is for entertainment and educational purposes only and should not be considered as a legal, accounting, or investment advice, not whatsoever. You have to do your due diligence and everything. It does not represent an offer to sell or solicitation of an offer or to purchase an investment or security, not at all. We don't sell here anything. Students bring their deals and so forth, and we poke through it and everything. And once in a while, if they have to raise money, partnerships are made and so forth, which is great. We don't sell like a 506B or C here in the course. The information presented believed to be accurate, reliable. We make no representation or warranties expressed or implied as to the accuracy of such information. We, take information from the reliable sources, disclaim any liabilities. Please consult your own attorney, a financial advisor, CPA for legal matters, investment and specific tax things. Oh, there we go. Farouk is joining. Hold on. Farouk, I told him. Farouk and we were talking yesterday. I said, Pramod is going to be here, Farouk, so maybe you want to come in too. So again, positive thinking is huge. I hope you're all positive right now, sending me all the positive vibes, because that's how we accomplish, we learn, we do things, and abundant mindset. That's so important because we can only grasp the information in this seminar or in this coaching inner circle if we are open-minded and we are thinking about abundance. We are thinking about how can we take our business to the next level. That's what it's all about, right? And guess what? Right here, I hope you're following me. My 3 weekly shows and podcasts, my apartment syndication made easy, my abundance mindset, Oh, Shaurabh is coming in. All right. We got full house. We got almost 11, 12 people here. And then Abundance Mindset. Tomorrow I'll be broadcasting that back again with Brother Walter from Tampa, Florida. And then Vinney and Bo show will be coming 9 a.m. We broadcast that one. Vinney and Bo show we've been doing for 4 years. And Bo just had a baby boy. So I'm very proud. And then the next one. Guess what? Vinny's got so much time. We are starting a new show, myself and brother Farooq. We are starting a Desi Money Show, and it's celebrating the success and spirits of Desi minds. Desi, by the way, DESC means Indian culture or Indian background or Pakistani background. You know, those who came here with zero and now they are heroes. They have made some good things. So we'll be interviewing people all over. Actually, tomorrow we are interviewing Neil Bawa is an icon. Listen to this name. Neil Bawa, please write it down. He is my brother right here from Fremont, and he's the mad scientist of real estate. He's got so many. Oh, Ankur is there. Ankur is coming in. All right. So it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be really great. And we are interviewing tomorrow, and we'll be then broadcasting as we do more and more. By the way, that should just do it. Let's just come back to all of us. How is everybody doing? Let's just talk about how are things going.
Great, Vinny, great. It's
All
good
right.
to be
Yes.
back on your show. Oh my
Thank
God.
you. Thank you.
Can't believe it. Great.
No, it's very exciting. It's exciting that we got to always move the needle. And the exciting part, what Farooq and I were talking, it's his idea, by the way. I want Farooq, where are you, brother? You joined. Yeah, there
I'm
you
here, I'm here,
Yeah.
yes.
Look at the rock star right
Yeah,
there.
look at you, man, Farooq.
Look at
You're
that.
looking like a
California,
Hollywood
California
star.
vibes, you know.
We should take a picture of this one. We don't usually get to see so many faces here. You know, people are, let me take a picture. It's just a moment. And what Farooq idea was, Vinny, we want to raise money. We want to build our brand. So why don't we do a show together where we'll be getting into the circles of very rich people who have done well, big entrepreneurs, and then we'll be able to also get into their circles and bring the money from them to share with them opportunities, what we are doing in real estate and other stuff. And again, I don't want to take away time, but Farooq has started several businesses and so forth. So I'm very proud that he started that Desi Money Show, and now we are getting going. We hired the full-time person in and so forth. Let's talk about any positive news, some big wins.
Any problem with your audio, Benny?
Oh, am I? No, audio is good, brother. Yeah, we are okay. Can you see? Abdul, can you hear? Can you hear? You should be. You should be. Okay. So anybody would like to talk about the wins? Oh, somebody's coming through iPhone. I'll let them in. Okay. Who would like to say anything? Anything big happening and so forth? Dave, I'll just start with you, brother. Thank you for again holding the fort. Yeah.
I've had a good week. I just had my 33-year wedding anniversary last Saturday. That's better than all the business you can do.
You know, I fully agree with you. 1000%. 1000%.
So, but I did have 2 LOIs accepted in the past 2 weeks. That Encore and I are working on a couple of deals. One of them, when you do the numbers, is we'll give about a 40% return to our investors.
40.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in. How
Yeah.
much? Where do you send it?
I mean, it's funny. And Encore knows it's a really, so we've got 2 wineries under contract, and they were selling as wineries, but nobody looked at them as a real estate play. And so one winery is in the state of Washington. Phenomenal deal. I'm not gonna go into the deal tonight unless you just want to look at the deal. But the reality is, by adding more cottages to the real estate, there's 100,000 a year that come to this place. It just produces revenue like crazy. It's currently making 883,000 profit a year. And if you look at it like in multifamily, if you bought that even at a 6 cap, we have this under contract at 5 million. So we're gonna raise 2 million.
Mhm.
So it's technically a $6 million acquisition. And what we're going to do with the extra million is put in 5 cottages and bring the cash flow up to about 1.5 million. And when I say cash flow, net operating income.
Yes, NOI. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you look at what 1.5 million does, like even at a 6 cap, that's a $25 million asset. But because and we got it under contract for 6
million, let's say. Yeah.
So we're actually under contract for 4.5 million with 500,000 of seller financing, comes with $1 million of inventory. So it's a really interesting acquisition.
Love it.
Because and I'll say what's positive about it is that there are businesses out there that are trying to sell the business and they're not looking at the real estate. Like the real estate has no value without the business, and the business is not as valuable without the real estate. And if you look at, so this has 21 acres, and Encore knows this deal. He's on the call as well. I know he's driving, but so then we just, yesterday I got another winery under contract in the state of Wisconsin, and we're that winery's not making all that much money, but we're going to put in an RV park, 60 spot RV park. It's 8 miles from the Wisconsin Dells, which is the 20 million visitors a year. And that RV park will take the net operating income. Once again, these 2 assets the Wisconsin is 1.9 acquisition plus about $1 million in value add. The Washington winery is 5 million plus about $1 million in value add. So the 2 combined is really about $9 million and will be about $20 million after our value add or higher. But
I love it. Wow.
Investor returns will be in the 40%.
Excellent. Wow. Can't wait. This is very exciting to know. I know you've been working on it. I'm so glad because I think the one winery, they gave to somebody, but they didn't come through or something happened. I remember that.
It did fall through, and then they came back to us and we renegotiated. And I have a pitch deck. I don't want to do it tonight because
next week.
We're not offering.
Let's do next week. I know we won't buy it. Maybe we'll invest in it. 30% return. Hey, any day. 40%. Hey, I'm with it. Look at the market, stock market tumbling down like crazy. So thank you, Dave. And Uncle, you want to add? Yeah.
No, I was just going to say that Dave actually summarized it beautifully. One more thing I would just say is the value of what we are getting is phenomenal because it's not just for that 5 million, we're not just getting the real estate. If you just think of it like purely the amount of money we are paying for real estate, the business is coming for free. And the business at its current valuation is at least like 1.5 in reasonable. And the business side of it is relatively, I'm not going to say it's very straightforward and simple, but relatively the turnaround is so good. You don't have to wait. There is no long-term account receivable or anything like that. You get paid when you sell. Those things are really interesting, and it feels like we have tapped into a niche for. So we'll see. We're excited about it, and we have the investors deck, and I'm driving. I won't be able to present, and next time
next week
we can do that because we'll give a flavor of what are this is the similar kind of stuff we are getting, and I have a few more also that I know, David, I need to share with you, there are a couple more I found too, but similar lines, and it's exciting stuff.
Very nice. I'm proud of, see, the thing is multifamily has gone red ocean. We have been saying that all the time, but actually today Pramod is going to talk about, I brought Pramod because he just contacted me maybe 3 months back. He's my personal coaching student, by the way. So personal coaching students don't come into the group coaching, but he was sharing his successes in Airbnb and this 78 units he got seller financing, and he's only doing the rehabbing. So I thought it'll be really great for us to look at his model. And I was very impressed how he took upon each assignment so hard. When I met him every week, he had prepared, he had done his work. And that makes a big difference. And I really believe that's the reason why my personal coaching, I only take 3 a year, and they do extremely at a high crescendo. So again, I would love to come back to others also, how things are going. But since Pramod is here, his time is, Pramod, welcome. How
Yeah.
are ya?
I'm good, Vinny, as always, right? To see you, you're like a sun, right? Wherever you go, you just make everybody a full day in light. Again, it's the same story,
Thank you.
and
Thank you. How did you choose me, by the way? Maybe I should put you on spot. We are all over here. I don't know. You reached out to
luckily,
me.
actually, it was my wife who found you on Instagram. And normally, I'm not a social media person. Even though I have accounts, I never go there. But she said that, hey, why don't you just follow or start following? These are the very successful people, and if you are trying to do something in real estate, you must be the in good contacts with somebody so successful like Vinney Chopra. And that's when I started following you. I reached out to your team actually, and then I talked to Farouk, and then after that we connected one on one. So
Got it. Got it. Got it. No, thank you. And you live near Chicago, right?
yeah, I live 40 miles north of Chicago downtown.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you had experience. I don't want to take credit, but in real estate, you wanted to go deeper into real estate and multifamily. And I was really impressed that you had done the short term, the mid term, and the long term. I will not steal any thunder. I would love for you to share the presentation that you shared with me. And let's see, we could
Let me share my presentation,
please,
and
please.
I will not go through all the slides because I know we have very limited time here, but I'll try to skim through. Let me know if you are able to see my screen.
Yeah, we are able to see it. Yes.
Okay. All right, so this is all the bells and whistles for the selling. So basically what I call my model as a model where you can just, depending upon each and every property, you can just put it in one of the boxes, right? Whether it's going to be just a basic BRR, you want to put it under the short-term, mid-term rentals, or it is more like a commercial residential, right? Depending upon each property type, we just model it a little differently. We rehab it a little differently, and then we run our numbers also differently on all of them. Of course, we do all our numbers calculated beforehand by looking at what is the purchase price going to be, what is rehab going to be, how much time it will take to furnish. So what will be my total investment? What will be the back end value, right? How much I will get the cash out of. One thing what we do is basically we try to leave as little cash as possible in the deal. Otherwise, because I operate with a very limited capital at this point, even though I can raise money, but that is for not for short-term rentals. We do for the multifamily, anything more than 20 units or so. So that's the way we calculate our numbers. So I'll quickly go through one of the case study that I'll quickly look at it. So I found this property off market that I bought it for 128K, and I put about $50,000, 50,000 plus some dollar to rehab that. So this is how it looked when we purchased this property,
Mhm.
and this is how it looks now when we
Oh my-
rehab this model completely. This is, by the way, on Airbnb everywhere, and it is 3 months into the market, performing really well. So
Ah.
actually, it outbid my number when I was expecting. When we initially put it in the market, we thought that it will perform at about 65, 66K a year, but it's already crossed 78. And I'm hoping that it'll probably even go maybe 100.
Wow.
So this is some of the interior rehabs.
And you did the rehab? Go back again. Oh my gosh. Look at these. These are like models. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Every detail, the decoration, the colors, the lighting. Very impressed. I wanted to really start the business of investing in real estate. But guess what? I had zero money at all. Hey there, this is Vinney Chopra. Actually, I came from India with $7 in my pocket, and I wanted to really start the business of investing in real estate. But guess what? I had zero money at all. I mean, to invest in. So that's when I was getting sick and tired of my W-2 job, and I wanted to start working for me so that I can get, financial freedom. And I know you might be looking into that also. But how I did that was by pooling the money together from different investors. It's called syndication. I started with one investor and now I have a list of 370 investors, and I started from a duplex of 2 units duplex to $440 million in business. And actually you could get that all from this book I wrote, this Apartment Syndication Made Easy. You could get a free copy of that by going to vcfreebook.com, and you'll be able to get all the tricks and all the strategies that it took me to be able to go from zero money, literally zero money I had, left my job, and also now able to, do all the syndications and purchase a lot of apartment complexes and things like that. So please click the link below in my bio so that you could get this free book, which is at vcfreebook.com. I know Dave has done so many rehabs. Dave, right, brother?
Yeah, more than I can count.
So looking at the total number, I can say that this is where I got to, right? So the total investment I had on this property, purchase plus rehab plus all the loan and financing, was about $202,000. The appraisal just came, and I can probably show you the appraisal report that I have so that I'm not lying to you guys. So I'll show you here. So this is the property.
Yes.
This. The 33514 North, and it happened on March 26th, and the appraised value is about 280 is what. Where is the appraised value?
Maybe down below. Yeah. Oh,
280K.
yeah. 280. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Nice.
So if you look at it, the appraised value is 280K. The cash out value is about 210. So basically my total cash investment is minus $8,000. And my STR income I'm projecting right now at this point is about 78,000. And I can show some of the bookings here. Let me see if I have those. The calendar is also looking really encouraging. If you look at it, this is the May calendar. It's already about 75% booked. And 350 to 90 is the daily rate at this point, but it will go up as we move in June and July.
Wow.
And the past was also about 70-80%. So with all of that, I'm expecting that this will definitely cross even $78,000. It's basically amounting to about $8,000 a month since March. So March and April is about $8,000. Yeah, I'm just, even if it is $78,000, my total return would look like this, something like this.
Oh, wow.
So if my gross is about $78,000, my PITI is about $28,000, and the total cash flow is about $21,000 with minus $8,000 invested. I think the ROI can be calculated as infinite, right? I didn't know how to calculate this, so I left it. If the same model, if I put it on to the MTR, which is a midterm rental, the numbers would look something like this, but even better than the 62%. And if I have to do a long term for the same property, it will be about 21%, which is still decent, right? As my other properties do. But now after running this one, I have, in fact, one more case study to show you. Please feel free to stop me if you guys have any question. I just ran it for 5 years to see how my numbers will look like on the short term, mid term, and long term. So short term obviously is outbeating everything. But even with the 5-year hold, it will give me a very decent profit, if not a fortune, right? So that's the idea behind my short term play here. Any smaller properties, 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 3-bathroom, this is the second one. So before I move to the second one, let me know if you have any question on this one.
Any questions, guys? Any questions? Again, this is a short-term rental. See, a lot of hoopla has been there. Oh, cities are shutting down and this and that. But
and by the way, this is not in Smoky Mountains. This is not in Hollywood. This is not in Miami. This is a very B-type bread and butter neighborhood where nothing exciting going on.
Yeah. So there are cities in America, and that's what I've been reading in the news also. These short-term rental business will survive because the hotels are so high, price-wise, and the families love the experience. The experience, and I know we talked about also, I think Pramod and I, this next one, right, is the one you're going to put hot tubs and sauna and
So
other
this one,
things.
yeah, I actually put the hot tub and everything in this one, and because of that, my demand gone up by about 30%. A lot of demand now, yeah, because of the hot tub. So this is the another one we did it. It is basically it's a single family home after rehab. This is how it looks like. We did a
Oh,
nice job here as well,
wow.
and this one also has a similar story to tell. So I'm not going to go into the details.
Mhm.
I'll take a little moment to talk about my tier 3 property, which we landed into. It's a 78 a 78 unit multifamily,
Yes.
very close to Urbana Champaign. It's a university town, about 50,000 students every year. The capacity of the university is about 50,000. So it's a decent size town, and we are getting a complete 100% seller finance. Basically, this is not 3.29. We negotiated back, and now when we prepared this deck, it was 3.29, but actually now it is 3 million. And vacancy is about 30%.
30%.
We are trying to rehab 30% of the units, which is about 25 to 30 units is what we are going to rehab fully. And then we are also trying to make one of the buildings to a furnished student rentals, where
Mhm.
we can rent by rooms.
Wow.
So if you look at the unit mix, it's very hard to find a 4-bedroom unit in these things. And
In the
and those
multifamily, especially. Oh my God.
multifamily, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So
8 of them, not one or
8
two
of
or
them,
three,
yes.
but 8 of those. Oh,
Exactly.
wow.
Exactly, Vinney. So yeah, here also we have, so a deal is getting closed this month, sometime in a week or two. And after that, my crew is heading to Urbana to start rehabbing this. We are targeting anywhere from 6 months to a year to turn it around completely. We are hoping and praying that we are able to rent it out about 90%,
Mhm.
94%, if you can operate in that model. I think we have a very decent cash flow going to be. I have to update these numbers. These numbers don't hold true anymore because they have changed quite a bit actually. To look at it, these are some of the buildings, right? Buildings, the bone of the building is good. We actually had multiple trips to Urbana. It's about 2.5 hours from here, from the place where I live.
Mhm.
So all in all, this property, if it turns out really well, we are also trying to, some of the 4 units, we are trying to do a couple of Airbnbs, some for the student housing, and then to the regular people. So it's going to be, even if we calculate it at 8 cap, I think that in a year or so, our appraisal should be anywhere from 7.5 to 8 million on this one based on the 8 cap. If we
Mhm.
go lower, maybe 7.5, that's how the other buildings are over there. Yeah, hoping for the best here. I know, Vinny, and as you taught me, as you have taught me about all the mm, changing mindset games, that's what actually changed my plan of action. Otherwise, I would be doing all these small only. And by the way, a good news today I want to share. Two of my flips went live on MLS. One for 650 and the other one is 899, 799. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, a lot going on right now.
I love it. Love it.
Yep.
Love
Yep.
it. This is so exciting to
Yep.
see
Yep.
successful. I'm so pleased. So pleased. Very nice.
Yeah. So that's what I say. They don't invest with people.
All
Yeah.
right. Questions. How did you all see? I think the thing which I may like to say, oh, Ella is trying to come in. I didn't know that. The key thing I really liked about Pramod's attack was he came into the academy or my coaching to learn multifamily, but then he said, it's good to pivot. It's good to pivot. So he was doing rehabbing, and then by doing short-term rentals, then he joined the midterm rental. I was very impressed when he did that kind of projection and then transferring into multifamily.
Yes.
And then now his multifamily is having the short-term rental in there element or midterm rental. So that I've done it in Houston area where we furnish these apartments for $3,100 rental furniture. They will just put it in, and then the amount went from, let's say, $1,000 to $3,000.
$3,000 exactly.
We're leasing them out as corporate units. That's what we call them, corporate units. And the corporation was paying $3,000 a day, a month for that. So good point there. I'll have other people ask questions. Yeah.
I want to ask Roger a question. First of all, he's got the best tan. Okay, I know he's in Puerto Rico.
I know.
I want to hear about the port. Look, Roger, just to be transparent, one of my things is I'm constantly on Realtor.com as well as Crexy, as well as other island things. I'm always looking at the Caribbean. Would you bless us with your knowledge, a little bit of what's going on in the Caribbean? Because I really do like the thought of investing there. I've never pulled the trigger, but if you wouldn't mind, I know
No problem. Any questions for Pramod? I asked him to spend 30-40 minutes with us. And Pramod, you are welcome to stay if you want to, if you have time and all. Any questions?
We'll come back to Roger, please.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Saurabh?
Is that so Pramod, is that the single family that and I'm sorry if I didn't quite fully catch it, because I saw like a 78 unit, but I also thought you said like single family. So were you syndicating for single family flips, or was that separate thing? And the 78
Separate,
unit?
yeah. These are all separate buildings. 78 unit is separate one, completely seller finance. Single family homes are not syndicated. We bring money from our own accounts, as well as we take some hard money loans from the lenders.
Oh, so 78 unit here, if I understood it correctly, you basically bought it as a regular long-term rental, but converted it into short-term rental.
I'm converting. The acquisition will happen next week.
Got it. And what do you like? What's the cash on cash that you're giving the investors?
So right now,
projecting,
I don't have any
sorry, cash on-
investors. Yeah, there is no investor right now. We have got 100% seller financed, and then we are bringing our rehab money of about 200, 300,000. That will be our investment.
Your investment
Oh,
into
fantastic. That is
That's the
amazing.
best way.
Yeah,
because
and the best part
70%.
is yet to come. Hear it out. So the mortgage, the primary debt service, is basically till April of 2027 at 4.25%.
Also, it's an assumable loan.
Assumable loan.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so it's an assumable loan for 100% of the equity.
Yes. See, the primary bank owns about 2.5 million of the building, and 300 is a secondary mortgage by the same bank. I think it's a sister bank of that primary lender. So they both are clubbed together. It comes about 2.89 something is the total debt on this property.
Okay.
That the seller is basically still owning the mortgage and giving us the warranty for taking over the property ownership.
Wow. How did you find that deal? Looks like
It was again off market with a wholesaler. So yeah, lucky. And I was in India when I got this deal, and then I told him to hold it because I knew that it's going to, because I knew the town because there are a lot of friends of mine whose son or daughters are studying there, right? And I know that the student housing or the area where the student housings are is a little different market than anywhere else that you try to. Yeah.
Beautiful. No, thank you. Thank you so much for coming and sharing that. I thought
Of course.
this was
Thank you as always, Vinney. Thank you so much for inviting me over. And I think I have shared my deck with you. You can feel free to share with your other friends. And I'll be happy for any other questions. Otherwise, I'll just drop off, Vinney.
Okay. Any questions for Pramod, guys?
Did
Thanks.
I guess question here. Did you convert it to student housing? I think he said.
Yeah. We are going to convert. So actually, this is a 6 building, right? So one is 36 unit, which is more like a dorm. That was actually built for the student housing. That is how it was built. So we're just going to convert it back, like rehab it like that, and we'll furnish it so that the undergrad students can basically rent it by rooms.
That's very good. Now, how do you handle vacancies in the summertime? The students, they are off in the
Yeah,
summertime.
so right now we went to the university and we talked to a lot of students. So basically what they do is when the So their lease goes from September to June or July, right? That's for only the undergrad students. And what happens is
Mhm.
come October, they start looking for leasing it out in advance. We have a property management team over there, and we have told them that make sure that you reach out to them before time. And we are not targeting this year because this year we will not be able to turn them into the student housing. It will take about 6 months for us. So we are targeting for next year. And then that other than the undergrad student, there are some postgrad students, some researchers, and the people who are basically traveling students, right? Who come there for
Mhm.
shorter term or with some assignment. So they don't have that criteria. So we are just trying to target to all these people.
Was it easy to finance student housing?
Was it easy to what? Finance?
To finance, yeah, because it's a different model of property.
Yeah, of course. Why not? Because in that area, if you look at all the buildings, they are mostly student housing, where all furnished rentals, and they are all so banks in that area. They basically they finance it all. I mean, basically this properties like this. I don't think why bank will not finance as long as you have a strong cash flow and your property is in good condition. I don't anticipate that, but that is something I have not heard that the bank would not finance if it's a student housing. Maybe something for me to research on too.
There are lots of multifamily, by the way, all around campuses all across USA.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
there are special banks who finance, Abdul. That's a good question you asked. But there are ways to get them financed. There's no way.
I see. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
All
so
right.
much, Pramod. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you.
That's all for this episode of The Investor Impact. Stay tuned for the next episode and don't miss out on the opportunity to learn and grow alongside this powerful inner circle.